Hi, everybody. All right, I'm going to be posting on Never Lose Truth 2, Kafka, because I can now. I have been released from punishment. But all of you on Never Lose Truth 2, I've been posting on Never Lose Truth 3, Kafka, and I have posted other videos on Hurricane Ida. Well, we're going to get into the destruction of Hurricane Ida. But first, how about those tornadoes in Alabama?
There today connected to Ida.
WVTM 13's Brittany Decker shows us the damage left behind.
Check this out. You see a building here, the roof ripped off, lying on the ground. Debris is everywhere in this location here in Saraland, Alabama. You see a tree falling on a car. This is proof of what we talk about when we talk about tornadoes associated with tropical systems. We're seeing this pop up on radar. We followed it in this direction to find this damage left behind. There was police officers in the area and some people standing nearby too who saw the tornado on the ground.
I heard a train horn. I got down on the ground. I told her to get on the ground.
Next thing we know is when we seen it coming, we couldn't move and go nowhere. And the next thing you know, all the stuff just swooped off.
Just really, really scary for people in the area staying at the motel too. A lot of people standing outside I spoke with say they are just really happy to be okay.
Okay. Ida could bring tornado threat to central Virginia. Listen to this very fast tracking of, well, it's now a tropical storm going all the way up. These things never end anymore.
Left of Ida is going to take the storm toward Virginia by the middle part of the work week. Here's the forecast path for Ida over the next several days. It tracks off to the north across Mississippi during Monday and into Tuesday. Then it races off to the north and east. Wednesday is going to be the day to watch for impacts here in Virginia as the center of what's left of Ida makes its way across West Virginia. The hour-by-hour forecast and the future radar shows that storm turning off to the north and northeast. It's going to place central Virginia in the right front quadrant as we head toward Wednesday. That's the part of the storm that's most favorable for tornadoes, so we do have a severe weather risk we have to watch closely on Wednesday. Make sure you have multiple ways to get a warning. The MDC 12 First Alert Weather app, of course, a great way to get those warnings. The threats for us going to be heavy rain. Again, that threat for a couple of isolated tornadoes Wednesday, probably during the afternoon. Check back for updates as we fine-tune this forecast the next.
Thanks, Guy. Thanks, mainstream media. Reader. Tornado.
Were you here when all this happened?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was standing there at the window. The wind started coming, and I was just looking out the window, watching the rain, and it started getting real heavy. I turned around to grab a cigarette. I had my cigarette sitting right there, and as soon as I turned around, the whole roof just exploded. Everything started to come flying in. I jumped from there, laid in the bathtub, and just waited it out. When I came up out, I didn't know what to think. This is my first, I'm from Pennsylvania. This is my first tornado, you know.
About how long did all that last, would you say, while you were sitting in the bathtub?
It felt like 5 minutes, but it might not have even been that.
Yeah, they come fast. They come fast, and most come with no warning. Okay. Listen to what the mayor of New Orleans is saying right at the outset.
So much more work to be done. And that's why now is not the time for re-entry into the city of New Orleans, especially as we determine how the city may need to respond to the needs of our surrounding parishes as well. We will be a neighbor, and we will be a good neighbor in spite of the challenges that we have. Again, if you evacuated, we're asking you to stay where you are. We will notify you as soon as possible when it's safe for you to come home. And this is mainly associated with a lack of power sources in our city and throughout the city. Residents that are here now in the city of New Orleans and visitors, we need you to be careful. We need you to stay in your homes, stay in your neighborhoods. Now, you've heard me say many times, the residents our first responders amongst themselves in their neighborhood. We'll be working closely with our New Orleans City Council members, side by side, addressing district-wide and neighborhood issues in terms of how we can respond in real time and as best as possible where you are in the neighborhoods that you're in. Neighborhood leaders, we know who you are. You know us as well. Reach out if you can.
Neighborhood leaders. Neighborhood leaders. Wow. Okay. The only communication is text messages. Power out all over. And they, I'm sorry to say this, are calling for possible couple of weeks without power. Now, if anybody has been following the weather events that have taken place, even just in, I don't know, this past year, you know the destruction caused by weather. Yes, weather used as a weapon. And if you've looked at the destruction in New Orleans and the surrounding area, Louisiana, you will see that it's not worse than a whole lot of other places that didn't get that catastrophic hurricane that they're claiming is the 5th most destructive hurricane ever to hit the United States. So something's wrong here. Power out, you can't come back. They don't want you back. Wait until your government officials claim that it's safe for you to come back. New Orleans, the city of New Orleans proper, does not seem to be that bad. But here, okay, mainstream media is quite the trip. And let me say right now, before I forget, I am not saying that there's not destruction in Louisiana. I am not saying that a whole lot of people are now suffering the consequences of weather, yes, being used as a weapon. What I am saying is it is no worse than a whole lot of areas, and I would say that Waverly, Tennessee is worse than this, the 5th most destructive hurricane ever to hit the United States.
We know that individuals are out there waiting to be rescued because their homes are not habitable. Many places we have floodwaters that are encroaching upon those homes. Please know that we have thousands of people out right now with high water vehicles and boats who are doing search and rescue. We have dozens of helicopters up, and that's just from the state side. We know that all the local first responders are performing heroically now as well.
Okay. They've also claimed that people are stuck in their attic. Well, I've gone through a lot of videos, and that reminds me, virtually every video, and I was scrolling down far, every video is mainstream media. Every video is the authoritative source. There's a reason why I'm saying this, because we have known mainstream media to lie, Government officials lie. I am not saying that there wasn't destruction, but I am saying that they are so hyping this, and I have to tell you, it's a real slap in the face, considering everything that has been going on pretty much on a daily basis now. Places getting hit over and over and over again with weather. Yes, used as a weapon. So, here, and mainstream media and live storms media, which you can't play because you will get a copyright strike. Looting. New Orleans. Looting taking place. And you can watch this. These look like ATM machines. This guy, I guess, is trying to get into the ATM machine. This guy comes in and then looks up and sees, well, there's a drone up there, and maybe I'll get out. And he goes out. The looting. Your mayor, Cantrell, said that there were arrests made, people looting, but you don't have 911 service. 911 is down. That's unfortunate. Power outages, 911 is no longer working, and you're told you can't, don't come back in, don't come back in. Well, that leaves New Orleans, for sure, open for looting. Okay, so, power outages, over 1,030,583, Mississippi, 105,068, Alabama, 11,359, California, 19,947, Michigan, 17,600, the Upper Peninsula is 17,600. Wow, okay. I guess no power outages anywhere else? No, well, small power outages. One in Montana. Well, I hope that remains the same. 9/11 system offline. It's down. 1 million without power. You're on your own. You're on your own. I even heard a broadcast, some government official, local, saying 9/11, 911, you can't call. So if you're in an emergency, walk to your nearest police station or fire station. I hope that emergency is not that you can't walk. Okay, this is an area, I guess, of New Orleans. I didn't see any, in all of the videos that I've posted, did not see one area of New Orleans proper flooding. Perhaps this is the only one. Sorry to say, this is happening all over the country. That's not to diminish what these people have to deal with, not at all. But it's happening all over the country. And I don't think a lot of Americans even know that. I don't think they even know. But, you know, what I saw yesterday of the mainstream media reporting, and I posted a video, and I did get a comment from a subscriber who said this, who's able-bodied, who is in Baton Rouge, wrote this on a live feed just now on YouTube Blazing News. I saw a short clip of a street with just destroyed houses everywhere, but the sun was shining bright. I said out loud to myself, something is not right with that film clip. I went to my son and told him that they are showing old footage from this storm or from some other storm. I said, it's not Katrina. There's no flood water. I don't know what's going on. 30 minutes later, a talking head from local news came on, apologized for showing a clip 3 years old from an F3 tornado that hit New Orleans. How many folks didn't hear about that mistake? How could old footage make it into live feed? Accident? Mind screwing? I will never believe one word again about hurricanes, earthquakes, sun flares, near Earth objects, UFOs, or history, much less medical advice. My worrying days just got easier. I researched Carol and found too many conflicting reports too. Black op. PSYOP. Well, yes and no. People did suffer the consequences of what was not a Category 4 hitting Louisiana. Doesn't matter. That's what I've been saying now, actually, for years. Doesn't matter. If they want to destroy areas, to flood you out, to bring on tornadoes, have baseball, softball size hail that ruin your roof, ruin your cars, have trees toppling down on your cars, on your homes, killing people, or those fabulous fires, they'll bring it anywhere. It doesn't matter if you're in a floodplain or not. Doesn't matter anymore. Whether used as a weapon, and they are using it, and they're using it more frequently. And I'm going to show you some videos that I had on Never Lose Truth. You know, if you don't know how much destruction has been brought about in the recent years, just this past year, look at my playlists. Never Lose Truth is gone, but I'll show you where you can find a lot of those Never Lose Truth videos. So, yeah, how do you believe anything? Oh, well, we're sorry. That clip was 3 years old. Yeah, I know we're live. I don't know how that got in there. Then the guy that I showed, was it this video? I don't even know. No, this is 3 back. But I showed this mainstream media reporter in his safe space, protected by, walls. And he's in this, like, enclave or whatever. And he's talking about how, oh my God, these people just walking on the street, the wind is tremendous and the rain is torrential, but they're filming. What's taking place outside? You see 2 kids walk by. You see a mother and her baby. They walk by and they're getting into their car. And this guy is in his safe space and so scared and wants everybody, oh, people have to come and take those. Why didn't you go out and, help those people get to safety? He was saying other people have to come and take them to a safe place and really? It's the last video that I have on Hurricane Ida. The reporting is so despicable. So yeah, how do you trust anything? Here, live streams media, Lockport, Louisiana, you see a lot of power lines down, you see a lot of trees down, you don't see a lot of flooding, a lot of debris. So there's a lot of areas. Some definitely did get hit by flooding. Others, hardly any flooding. But here in La Place, Louisiana, La Place, I don't know, Sorry if I've mispronounced some of these towns, but yeah, quite a lot of flooding here. You got to wonder, are they close to the coast or not? It doesn't even matter. You know, they can bring a rain bomb upon areas, or they can actually do that reverse drainage, which I learned of in Baton Rouge when I went to see the aftermath of the 2016 flood. They were closing off the drains to create the flooding in non-flood plains. So, yes, you definitely did suffer a whole lot of damage, but it's no different than a whole lot of other places. And again, that is not to diminish what these people are going through. But it was not a hurricane, a Cat 4. And I also, in my video, showed, you know, the wind speeds on several different sites. Nothing. The wind speeds on satellite sites did not show what mainstream media was saying it was, 150 miles per hour. So, you know, and again, take a look at Waverly, Tennessee. Here, town ripped apart, really, live streams media. You want to talk clickbait? I see a lot of clickbait in people who post weather videos. And they put up pictures, you know, that are not a part of the destruction that they show in their weather videos. They just do it so people can, you know, I guess click on. But really, town ripped apart, live streams media. Well, this is towns ripped apart. And again, can't play it, but Waverly, Tennessee, just last week, this is ripped apart. This is a road, by the way, gone. These are cars on top of one another. This is ripped apart. It's so, homes literally taken off their foundation. Cars in trees, cars all over the place, flooded out. You had one person die in New Orleans. I think it was somebody that got hit by a tree that fell, which is happening all over the place. And look at these homes off their foundation, just literally just moved by the force of the water. This is in the middle of Tennessee. How does this happen? Now, you would think this was a hurricane. This was a Cat 4. Not a Cat 4. This was just rain. The home's gone. They just literally just floated away. 18, I've heard anywhere from 18 to 22 people died. Babies, infants, twins, toddler twins. You know, this is ripped apart.
Всем привет, ребята! Сегодня у нас наводнение в США, штат Теннесси, город Уэрли. Там вода поднялась в районе реки достаточно сильно, но, в принципе, по кадрам не сильно катастрофически, если не одно но. В этом наводнении погибло 22 человека и 20 пропало без вести. В основном те, кто пропали без вести, попадают в первый список, а для наводнения такое количество погибших это достаточно крупное количество. Врасплох, но это видно и по кадрам, где люди по голову в воде на первом этаже. Все это вызвано ураганом Генри, который, конечно же, ослабел. Он был практически никакущий, но, соответственно, в нем было достаточно много.
Right in the road. There's the school, middle school. Wow.
So, yeah, we are all in this together. And while, you know, I don't understand Russian, I can pretty much guess what that man was saying. That's ripped apart. You want to see utter destruction? Put in the search bar, Waverly, Tennessee flooding, and you will see what you don't see in Louisiana. You know, it's really important to keep things in perspective when mainstream media and government officials are telling you not to come back, and they're saying things, but you don't see video of what they claim. People were actually on their roofs in Waverly, Tennessee. I haven't seen one video that suggests that what I heard about that from mainstream media reporters was true. And this is ground in Norco, Louisiana. Mainstream media takes independent film from people, and
you're live on KPRC NBC. I saw you walking through the water earlier. Are you okay?
Yeah.
What were you doing back there?
I was going to check on my mom. I couldn't get in touch with her. So she got big oak trees. So I said, well, I'll bring my chainsaw.
How's your mom doing?
It's bad over there, but she's all right. I mean, it's the best and worst situation.
Does she need to be rescued? Is there water in her house?
No, she got an off-the-ground house. So she's going to come get us. She don't want to leave. She don't want to go through the water because she had cancer.
She has cancer?
Yeah, and she's going to come after, once the water goes down.
I saw you walking through the water as if maybe you have experience doing this. Have you been through something like this before?
Just walking in water.
Just walking in water. Okay. Because the water is not very deep there at all. Now, there's an awful lot of people who actually suffer trauma even when their homes have not been flooded out. But this kind of flooding is nothing compared to what has taken place. Again, please, I'm just trying to keep in perspective what's going on and pointing out the contrast between reality and mainstream media reporting. Even New Orleans, they got I'm sorry. I was a little confused by that banner. I thought I was on a different site. New Orleans is not. See, I hate saying this because the destruction. I have to really wonder, am I getting desensitized when I see the kind of destruction that one should not be, desensitized to, but because I've seen so much horrific destruction, I have to wonder, am I getting desensitized? All of the people who have suffered the consequences here, trust me, I feel for you.
Rain tore through New Orleans after Hurricane Ida swept ashore from the Gulf of Mexico, toppling brick walls and littering the streets with branches. New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell.
Conditions are still severe throughout the city of New Orleans, but also we have now lost power.
Entergy Louisiana reported the storm knocked out electricity to the entire New Orleans metropolitan area Sunday night, leaving more than 1 million Louisiana homes and businesses without power. The sheriff's office in Ascension Parish reported the first known U.S. fatality from the storm, a 60-year-old man killed by a tree falling on his home near Baton Rouge, the state capital. The National Hurricane Center said Ida weakened into a tropical storm early on Monday, but it is expected to continue unleashing heavy downpours, quote, likely to result in life-threatening flooding. Ida plowed a destructive path that submerged much of the state's coastline under several feet of surf, with flash flooding reported by the National Hurricane Center across southeastern Louisiana. One potential bright spot, New Orleans seems to have been spared some of the flooding that has characterized previous hurricanes. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers said the city's reinforced levees are expected to hold, although said they may be overtopped in some cases. Ida crashed ashore as Louisiana was already reeling from a resurgence of COVID-19 infections. State hospitals are treating an...
Okay, so New Orleans, not that bad. Why then can't people come back? Because you think that they're going to step on a power line, and well, those power lines are dead. But really, here's some footage of a whole lot of trees down and a lot of debris in the street, and a car that got hit by a tree. Okay, we're seeing that all over the place. All over. And this, the French Quarter, this is pretty much what the entire video is. That tree on a car. If you've seen my videos, you've seen a lot of trees on cars all over. Are we getting hurricanes all over?
People that have contacted me directly, I have a list of somewhere around 30 addresses with up to 9 people in some of these homes. So, I mean, there's a couple hundred people alone right there, and I'm sure there's plenty more. So it could be the thousands number that people keep saying. I'm on my way there right now to meet with the sheriff and get with his guys, kind of get briefed with them, and I will have my teams with me, and we will work with them, under them, and split up to rescue everyone as quickly and safely as possible.
Hey, Jordy, for folks who are watching or listening, and they might know someone who is trapped down there, or they see someone on social media, with so many people without power, with cell phone towers down, how do folks get in touch with you?
We just ask everyone to still try to call 911. If you do have phone service, let someone know where you are. They can reach out, and then just go 911, try to get away, maybe outside or open door or window or anything of that nature, so when we're coming through neighborhoods and checking and calling, we can see you or hear you.
Yeah.
And just hopefully rely on 911 as well.
Jordy, give us a sense, because you're traveling into LaPlace. It's one of the hardest hit areas there in St. John Parish. What are you up against? How deep are the waters? Do you have boats? How do you go about this rescue mission?
All right, you can listen to that if you want to hear, but at some point in that broadcast, this reporter actually talks about how the power is going to be off for a couple of weeks. Hope that's not true for all of you. All right, so yeah, it goes on. All right, reporter stands in front of building that got hit But look, a Category 4, and it stayed over New Orleans for a long time. You would expect to see tremendous devastation, and you don't. You see the kind of devastation that you see all over the country. Here, a levee did collapse. Live streams media can't play it. And yes, flooding did occur. I believe this is close to the coast. I can say that based on a lot of the homes are on stilts. But some clearly are not. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Yes, I should have checked out, on a map or whatever, but I didn't. Baton Rouge, power out. Look, the fact that we only have authoritative sources now on YouTube, we need people to be posting what's happening in your communities. We need that. Yes, they have their algorithms to shadow ban, but, post them on another site. Let us know where you're posting that, because it's outrageous listening to mainstream media. And the only way that we can possibly get to the truth is if the individuals in their communities film and then post and let us know what really is happening. And here's another place that did get flooded. I believe these are close to the coast, but you guys in Louisiana, let me know. Look at the amount of military that shows up. Look at the amount of military that shows up. That's kind of scary. What's going on? Don't come back. We'll let you know when it's safe. They've got looting, 911's down, and military all over. Yeah. So, all right. Laplace, I said Laplace. Here, military, here. All right, so you have massive flooding, but we have massive flooding all over, and we don't see this kind of military. Oh, yeah, they call in the National Guard, but that kind of military with that kind of equipment is kind of scary. There were rescues. Guess where? Interstate. I saw a rescue of a woman who, was on the interstate and her car flooded. Well, you're seeing that in Detroit. You're seeing that all over now. Point out to you all, I have 3 Never Lose Truth channels. Never Lose Truth 1, and it has videos that I've been posting from Never Lose Truth on weather modification. How man can create what we are living. All of what we are living. They can create heat waves. They can create clouds. Directed energy weapons they use. They have a hurricane and tornado control device, and a whole lot more. And why are they doing this? Well, you get flooded out over and over again. You can't sell your home because nobody's going to buy it. Who comes in? Whoop, FEMA. We'll buy it. Pennies on the dollar, of course. You get out, raise all of those homes, create green space, and you've got the workings of Agenda 2030. If you don't know what Agenda 2030 is, check it out. Never Lose Truth 2, Clarke, whole lot of videos, 122 videos on weather modification and how man can create everything that you're living, and a whole lot of flooding, a whole lot of destruction, just like what you see in Louisiana. Never Lose Truth 3. Well, whole lot of videos on weather being used as a weapon. 24. And I also have these videos. And these videos are on TROO, who has literally taken videos from channels, posted it on another site, TROO, for those channels that go down and are terminated from YouTube. All of my Never Lose Truth videos are here. Right here. I will link below. Hope you come check them out. But I have an awful lot of videos on flooding and fires, on weather being used as a weapon. Look at this, Beaumont, Texas. Now that's flooding. And I opened up some of these videos to show you that is not a natural cloud at all, but a whole lot more on weather modification. And I ain't talking, oh, this is just my opinion. I'm talking facts, I'm talking evidence, I'm talking documents, I'm talking patents, I'm talking military documents, biological effects of radar. But yes, here, how about another tornado in Alabama? Tornado, severe weather, Kennedy in 1963, weather modification used for good or evil, bizarre frequencies, and not you can get the date from listening to the video, but a whole lot here. Flooding in wherever, fires and flooding and hi everyone. The evil we perpetrate on others has not stopped. Only ignoring it it lets it continue. And Houston, you know, these were not hurricanes, but these were very destructive weather events. Look at all of the flooding. You know, Tropical Storm Beta, widespread flooding. You know, what took place yesterday in Louisiana, you know, just talking about what, or contrasting what you hear on mainstream media, let me just say, for those who have suffered the consequences, I'm not talking to you. For those who haven't, boy, were you very, very lucky. Very lucky. Even you who are still in your home, your power is out, yeah, you got to suffer that. And for a whole lot of people, that is a big deal. But, you know, it was nerve-wracking, actually, to go through that day and a half, you know, of that Cat 4 coming so quickly, by the way. And I felt it. I'm in Montana. So, massive destruction worldwide. This is in France. Places getting hit over and over again. These videos are years ago. How about the flooding in Alabama, Orange Beach? It doesn't matter if a hurricane comes or not. But this was Hurricane Sally. Unprecedented, catastrophic, common event taking place for years. Yes, it is a common event. And, you know,
I got increased.
The reason why I do this is because it's really important. Why is that blacked out? I don't know. It's really important for people to understand that this is going on over and over again. It has been for years, and the destruction has just been enormous. tornadoes, flooding, Hurricane Isaac tribute. Well, I wasn't expecting this, but I can't even remember what I've posted, but I posted a tribute to Hurricane Isaac, all of those who suffered the consequences of that hurricane. And lo and behold, Isaac hit on August 29th. Same day Katrina hit. Same day Ida hit. All right, I'll end with this. But look, guys. Wow. We're living something that is really unprecedented. And I hope that you are prepared for anything, because they can bring this kind of destruction anywhere. Now we have tornadoes in Virginia and tornadoes all over. We used to have a tornado alley. Now they're all over. We've got earthquakes northeast. So, but I am really sorry for everyone. Those who are now among the displaced. And we've got an awful lot of Americans out of their homes. Out of their homes. So please, please, if you can help, please extend yourself, because there's a lot of people in need.
I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty in the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to a kitchen chair, she broke your throat and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah. Hallelujah. There was a time that you let me know what's really going on below, but now you never show that to me, do ya? Remember when I moved in you, the Holy Ghost was moving too, and every breath we drew was hallelujah, 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 there's a God above, and all I ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew you. And it's not a cry you can hear at night. It's not somebody who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yeah. Forgot all about Hurricane Isaac. How could I? So, when man is controlling weather, this kind of destruction can take place everywhere, and it has been. What you just saw, Hurricane Isaac, it's not just the Gulf Coast experiencing this. It's taking place everywhere. I have a lot of videos on it. Do the research and you will find out.